Yes, good evening to everybody. Welcome to the family law class. That is the Muslim law that yesterday it dealt the mutawalli and the functions, how a mutawalli can be removed. And we do have the Waqf Act of 1995. Now in this class, we will see some salient features of the Waqf Act of 1995. Yes, read what I posted on the screen.
Good evening, Professor Dr. Mohammed Saheb Hussain.
Can you see what did you observe in the image?
Praying, Muslim lady praying.
With a
Allah.
burnouse, only we could see her knuckles, not even a wrist.
Yes,
And
sir.
what about these fingers? Read, see, here I have shown my cursor. Say what about this finger?
Thumb finger.
Pardon?
Thumb, sir. Thumb.
Yeah, I appreciate. Very good. What about this one?
Index finger.
What is the next name?
Index finger.
What is the next name?
Forefinger.
Say again.
Forefinger.
Forefinger.
Yes, sir.
Forefinger or index finger or pointer finger or point finger. What about this one?
Middle finger. Middle.
Middle. What about this one?
Ring finger. Ring.
I
Ring
appreciate.
finger.
What about this one?
Little finger.
Or your last finger? If
Last
I
finger.
reverse this thing to the legs, you tell me. Suppose think that it is a leg. Think that it is a leg. Okay, now you tell me. If you don't know, just you say pass on. Don't kill the time.
Little finger.
I say this is a leg.
Leg.
Presume that it is a leg. Now you tell me.
Thumb finger.
No.
Leg. Leg and.
Hallux. H-A-L-U-X. Hallux. Only Professor Hussain students will tell. No other man could tell it. Hallux. That is the meaning. Eh? Yes. Did you observe here the shown?
Yes, sir.
But I will show you that different way. Hallux images of legs and piece with the name. Yeah. See, if you could not see it here because it's not that much clearly mentioned. Yeah, that what I want to say is here I would like to say hallux or the first toe is the mediodistal part of the foot. Hallux spelling H-A-L-L-U-X. That is called hallux. It is a part of the, or in other words, we can say big toe also. Big toe consisting of the two phalanges, the distal and proximal. That is called hallux. Of course, later on we can say the first toe, first toe, or we can say ring toe also, sometimes middle toe, and the pink toe. Last one is pink toe, they will say. But anyway, that I got the chance to reveal it because when I saw the fingers, then I thought that I would like to share the things. Hallux, H-A-L-L-U-X, hallux. Okay, let us come to the growth of insurance sector in India. Oh no, this is not the insurance sector because this is what you are going to teach you is the Muslim law, not the insurance sector. Yeah, this is the salient features of where it is gone. Salient features of that I have to teach you. I put that thing because I was working on that one. That's why I put salient. Oh, where it is gone. Salient features. Success. I could not. Is it salient? It comes. No, Waqf, we will see the law. Yame referring the right. Waqf Act salient features. That way I put it. Okay. Now I could see that understanding the essential provision of the Waqf Act 1995, and there we will see what is what. Yeah, because they have given separate. So from here we will study it. The accurate connotation of the word Waqf is detention. Waqf means tie, detention. And Merriam-Webster defines Waqf as the Islamic endowment of property which is to be held in trust and used for the charitable or religious purposes. Section 3, Clause R of the Waqf Act 1985 defines Waqf as a permanent dedication. What is the permanent synonym? What is the permanent synonym? What is the permanent synonym? 3 times I told you. If you know it, you tell me. If you don't know it, say pass on.
Perpetual.
Pass on, sir.
Perpetual. The Rishita told right.
Yes.
Waqf as the permanent or perpetual dedication of any movable or immovable property by anyone recognized under the Muslim law as a pious, religious, and charitable. To further elaborate the meaning of Waqf, it can be said the property which is made available for the religious and charitable purposes became a non-transferable. Once it is transferred, again it can be not non-transferable, and it is believed that after the constituting the Waqf, the property is owned by the Almighty and reaches beyond the human activity. In my earlier class, I told you, Lord Rama, I told you, Lord Venkateshwara, I told you. If it's the small goddesses, I told some other thing. What is that thing I told you?
DT.
DT.
Yes, I appreciate. Can you tell me the spelling?
DEITY.
Sir, is it DEI or DIE?
DEITY, sir.
Okay. Let us see. Let us see whether you are right or wrong. I want to see the clarify. Tell me once again. Tell me once again.
DEITY.
DEITY.
There are two things here. See, DITY is the Himay Bindu told. And DEITY, the Rashita is right. DEITY is a DT, not DIETY. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, when we are having the doubt, we should not go the house doubt, because even myself also doubtful. That's why I want to clear it. DEIT, DTs, god or goddesses, ancient Greek. DTs, reference is the DT. That is the way of DEITY. That is the now I believe that you never forget in your life, because we researched on that one. Okay, now let us come to the point here. Almighty God, it is given once. Then a human, it is beyond the human activity to take it back. Previously, the Waqf Act 1954, that is the old act, had various provisions for the service of the Waqf, Central Waqf Council, etc. But the act had been amended several times for better interpretation. Therefore, Waqf Act of 1995 was enacted and implemented by the Indian government to overcome all the prior issues and to deliver the comprehensive legislation. Can I ask one question now? Yes?
Yes, yes, sir.
Why there should be amendment? Tell me. I repeat, why there should be amendment? If you know it, you tell me. If you don't know it, you say pass on.
Pass on, sir.
See, just now we read it. You are not concentrated it. The act had been amended several times for better interpretation. Something not very clearly mentioned over there. Loopholes are there, gaps are there, or some lacunas are there, and that will be rectified in the amendment. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
For better interpretation, better understanding, wide coverage, and clear understanding, and included there. was enacted and implemented by the Indian government to overcome all the prior issues and to deliver the comprehensive legislation. See, Indian Penal Code also made. You know that Chekka guy, not gay guy, Kujolu. Transgender, third gender also included over there. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
He, she, and transgender. He, she, and transgender, mean third gender. So the Waqf Act 1995 was enacted and became effective on 22nd November 1995 for a better administration. See, why? For better administration and supervision of the Waqf and also the establishment of the Central Waqf Council and State Waqf Boards. So if any loophole should be there or which is not covered in the old act, it will be amended by making it a good understanding and keeping some of the institution for the check and balances of the work property, both in the national level and the state level, district level, and taluka level or village level. So, to know more about the concept and the explanation of the Waqf under the Muslim law in brief, please refer to the video. Of course, they have given the video there. Objective and scope of the Act. The main objective of the Waqf Act 1995 are number 2, of course, the division is given. To provide a better administration and management of Waqf or Waqf properties and anything in relation to Waqf. So, number 1 objective is to provide a better administration and management of Waqf properties of anything in relation to Waqf. Number 2, to establish and facilitate smooth functioning of the Central Waqf Council and state Waqf boards, which will also be central government and state government informed regarding the administration of the Waqf. If it is the central government will take care of it. If it is state government will take care of it. So that's why they will make it such a smooth running of the Waqf property, because there are a lot of property there for the Waqf, especially Sunni as well as the Shia Waqf board, because there are 2 boards are there. Distribution of the power between the chief executive officer and the Waqf boards. It is clearly mentioned in the Act. Appointment of the executive officer to those Waqf whose performance is unsatisfactory and annual income is 5 lakhs rupees or more. Of course, the remuneration will be paid by the committee, and they will decide it, and they will be given to the officers, those who are in charge of the Waqf. To regulate the judicial proceedings and arise relating to Waqf. Yes, a judicial proceedings will be raised in the Waqf board, because he is also equivalent to a magistrate. Of course, first class, second class, exactly I don't know, but he is an equivalent to the magistrate, and they will also serve the summons, and they take the decisions also. That to supervise the powers and functions of the duties of the Mutawalli. Yes, the duties of the Mutawalli is what are the powers and functions of the Mutawalli is clearly mentioned in the Waqf Act of 1995. And then alienation of the Waqf property to be made difficult. Of course, one should not supposed to alienate the property, because he is only the manager. Who is the manager?
Mutawalli.
Mutawalli, good. To conduct the surveys by appointing the survey commissioners and as many additional or assistant survey commissioners required by the state under the Chapter 2, Section 4 of the Waqf Act 1995. Suppose if you learn 10, at least you remember 5 in the examination, 50%. So try to make it out. Sir, you need not to say, sir. If the thing is there, not thing is there, everything that we included in the examination. Is it right? Is it right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, what the question is not the point. What I read the point. And what the question, what I read. That is the different. I write the thing which I know it. Please don't do like that. Try to be at least relevant answer that you do it. That is very important. Later on that you can make anything, but in the beginning at least, when you're starting, try to give the relevant answer. So next, to strengthen the finances for the management of the Waqf. Yes, for the management of Waqf, whatever would be needed, they will try to strengthen because increase the revenue of the Waqf. The contribution of Mutawalli to the board has been raised to 7% from the 6%. Of course, they hiked the salary. The bonus, rather we can say, the contribution of Mutawalli to the board. has been raised from the 7% because Mutawalli also gets some of the amount. So whatever the amount that he is getting, he is supposed to give at least the 7% to the board, because there are offerings are more there. Offerings. You know offerings? Dakshina. Are you following me?
Sir, yes,
Yes,
sir.
ma'am.
Okay, to remove the encroachment from the Waqf under the section 54 of the Act, if any encroachment would be there on the Waqf property, then the Mutawalli will file a case. Of course, he used the Waqf property amount, then he will try to define it. Suppose if he did not define it when the encroachment was there, that means his inefficiency not to file a case in the court of law. Or at least he bring to the notice of the Waqf board. Then the Waqf board people will take care of it. To prepare the Waqf maintenance budget for the coming financial year under the direct management of the board. Yes, this is also an important factor because returns should be submitted over there and accounts should be submitted over there to the court. Suppose the central fund would be there, central state fund would be there for the state. To maintain the records and to conduct the inspection of the records, yes, if whatever the thing would be there, everything should be recorded. Yeah, to bring about the uniformity and a Waqf administration through the country. So they want to make the uniformity in the Waqf administration throughout the country. So that is actually the objective of the Waqf Act of 1995. So let us see some of the important provisions in it. Central Waqf Council, yes, it is formed over there. State Waqf Council, District Waqf Council, yes. Then the lower level also there will be boards. Section 9 of the Waqf Act 1995 authorized the central government to establish the Central Waqf Council. So with the Section 9, it is given the power, and the Central Waqf Council was formed over there by the central government. And let us see what is the functions of the Central Waqf Council. Number one, the function of the Central Waqf Council is in accordance with the Waqf Act 1995 are listed as follows. So whatever the functions should be there, which are listed under in the Act itself, the Central Waqf Council is empowered to issue directives to the State Waqf Board on the matter of their financial performance, maintenance of the Waqf deeds, revenue, record, surveys. Yes. The Central will directly write to the State Waqf Board to maintain the financial records or to show the financial performance and maintenance of the Waqf deeds, revenues, etc., and surveys also. It is authorized to advise the central government and the State Waqf Board. Yes, the Central Waqf Council will give the suggestion even for the central government as well as the State Waqf boards. Then the same Central Waqf Council maintains and regulates the Central Waqf Fund as the council may deem fit. Because each state should have to give some fund to the Central Waqf Fund, Council Fund. With that, the Central Waqf Board will run. The council is required to maintain all the books or accounts for the manner prescribed by the central government. And this council will try to keep all state records and which is directed by the central government. And next point is the composition. What is the composition of the Central Waqf Council? Means who are the member, who are the director, who are the vice chancellor, not vice chancellor, secretary, all like that, head of the institution. So the union minister is in charge of Waqf shall be the ex officio chairperson of the council. So whoever be the union minister would be there, he automatically is ex officio member, council, chairman, not is it council, it's ex officio chairperson, yeah. Is a chairperson of the council because of the virtue of the union minister. The central government shall appoint the following members: 3 persons of national importance representing Muslim organization, 3 persons, and 4 individuals, each from them field of administration and management and financial management and engineering or architecture or medicine or so on and so forth, and 3 members of parliament, 3 members of the parliament. So that is the 4 members who are there. 3 members of the national importance, and here 4 members, mean 3 plus 4, 7. And here again they said, how much they said? 3 board of rotation. Chairperson with the rotation. Yeah. Chairperson, the 3 boards of the rotation, 2 individuals who have been judge of Supreme Court to High Court. So among them, One is the rotation, or one or two maybe the Supreme Court, High Court judges, one advocate of the national importance, and one person to represent the Mutawalli, and three eminent scholar of the Muslim. Then total how many becomes? Is it 11 or 12? When you count like this. Yes? See, they said here, the central government will appoint the following members. 3 persons of national importance representing the Muslim organization. Okay. 4 individual means 4 plus 3 7 of the field of administration, management, financial management, engineering, so on and so forth. Then 3 members of the parliament means the 7 plus 3 10 members of the parliament, 10 member, 10 members only, I believe. Yes, chairperson of the three boards by rotation. Chairperson of the 3 boards by rotation. Individuals who are the having been judge of the Supreme Court judges, and 1 advocate general importance, 1 person to repayment of the mutawallis, and 3 eminent scholars from Muslim law. So now the count we have to see how many members should be there in the Central Waqf Board. Is it Central Waqf Board? Yes. No. Central Waqf Council. Because number is increasing. How many members are there in Central Waqf Council? Because when you see the number, it is getting confused. Yeah. The council is headed by the chairperson, who is the union minister as ex officio. Yes, maximum. Yes. There are maximum 20 other members appointed by the government of India as stipulated in the Waqf Act. They say, how many they say? Waqf, and there are maximum 20. Means 17 may be there, 18 may be there, 19 may be there, but not
More than 20.
I say, but not 21, you have to say. I say, but not, I did not say within. Okay, but not 21. Okay, means it should be the maximum limit is 20. That is the point. So, affiliations, Ministry of the Affairs, Government of India, chairperson, ex officio member of the Union Minister, region served India. So, all other things is as usual. So, now, so this is the Central Waqf Council composition. Means who are there. Then financing of the Central Waqf Council, who will finance them? So let us see the provision of the financing the Central Waqf Council are laid down in the Waqf Act 1995, Section 10 of the Act states that every state Waqf board should pay from its Waqf fund annually to the council that is equivalent to 1% of the aggregate of net annual income of the Waqf. 1% of the aggregate net annual income they should have to give each state. To whom? To whom? Sir, to the president. To whom they have to give?
Central Waqf Fund.
Why you are so taking that much time? We are discussing the financial of the Central Waqf Council, where I said you are not supposed to take that much time. So every state should have to give the 1% aggregate of the total income to the Central Waqf Council for its running. All the funds received by the council, by the state Waqf board, and all other funds received by the donation and benefactions and grants will be deposited in the Central Waqf Fund. So the Waqf Fund would be there, it will be deposited in it. The Central Waqf Council will be directly controlling the Central Waqf Fund and is also authorized to make rules pertaining to the Central Waqf Fund. So the controlling is by the Central Waqf Fund only, Central Waqf Council only to control the fund, even rules and regulation of the Central Waqf Fund. Now let's see the provisions of the accounts and audit. What are the accounts and what are the audits are there? According to Section 11 of the Waqf Act 1995, the Central Waqf Council is liable to maintain such books or accounts in the form and manner which is prescribed by the central government. Whatever the central government says over there, in the manner they have to maintain the accounts of the council. Okay, these books are to be edited and examined annually by the auditor appointed by the central government. Yes, computer and editor general and such a central government they will come and visit whether the records which are maintained is genuine or not. The cost of the editor shall be paid from the central Waqf fund. Whatever the cost would be there for the inspection, physical verification, and tallying, cross checking, so everything will be borne by the central Waqf fund. Now let us see the state Waqf boards. The Act empowers every state government to establish the state Waqf board, each for Shia and Sunni, because these are the two big sets in the Muslim law, and hence there is a Shia Waqf board is there and Sunni Waqf board is there. And a Sunni school of Muslim law under the section 13 of the Waqf Act of 1995. So that is about the different boards are there in the state. Okay, one is Sunni, one is Shia. And a composition in terms of the office. Let us see the composition in terms of the office. The board shall consist of the chairperson. Yes, there is also chairperson, but there union minister is the ex officio member. And here a member amongst the Muslim who has professional experience in town planning, finance, agriculture, are recognized scholar in the Shia or Sunni theology nominated by the state government, or one of person among the Muslims nominated by the state government, who is the officer of the state, recommend, but not below the rank of the joint secretary. Of course, there is a rank also with the game. So not the below the rank of the joint secretary, he will be a chairman of the board. Here, state. We are discussing about the state. Hence, state will come. So then, two members will be elected by the electoral college, consisting of the Muslim members of the Muslim members of the parliament from the particular state, and Muslim members of the state legislatures, and Muslim members of the bar council of the concerned state, and Mutawallis having the having an annual income of 1 lakh rupee and above. And these members from there, they can pick it out to be a member of the state council. Under section 15 of the term office of the member of the 5 years. What is the duration of the people?
5 years.
5 years.
5 years, sir.
Okay, now Rishita, you read this one.
Disqualifications of the members. The members of the board shall be disqualified under the subsequent conditions. If he is not a Muslim and less than 25 years old, if he is of unsound mind, if he is an undischarged insolvent, if he has been convicted of an offense involving moral turpitude. Third point, powers and functions of the board.
Yes, these are the disqualification of a member. Suppose the member, he will be disqualified to be a member, means here they are enumerated. The member of the board shall be disqualified under the subsequent condition. What is the subsequent condition? Number one, if he is not a Muslim and less than 25 years old, yes, he will not be a council member. That is the first condition. And the second condition is, if he is of unsound mind, how a unsound man could know the nature of the act? Because he could not make it out which is good and which is bad. Okay, next, third point. If he is an undischarged insolvent, here undischarged insolvent means he could not in a position to charge it. Hence, he is a undischarged insolvent, became a bankrupt, or everything is lost. So he could not also be a member of this state board. It has been convicted of an offense involving the moral turpitude. Suppose the offense is committed by him for of course that there is a limitation is there. If it is not more than 3 years or so and so forth, then he will not be committed a crime. If it is more than that, then he will say that he has committed a crime and he will be convicted. His conviction will be taken into consideration. It is not a negligible thing. So that also it plays an important role. Yeah, powers and function of the board. In the third, they have given powers and function of the board. And section 32 of the Act guides the power and function of the board and general superintendence of superintendence of all the Waqf is state shall vest in the board establishment by an concerned state. It is the duty of the board. So it is the duty of the state board to make such a thing, to ensure proper administration and maintenance and control of the Waqf. Naturally, the state council should have to take the whether the properly that discrimination is meeting is going or not, whether there is a discrimination is there or not, when the maintenance is properly going or not. So these are all things they have to ensure it. To ensure the income and the income of their properties of the Waqf are applied to the object for the key purposes, and the Waqf was erected. What is Waqf for erected? No, created. So whatever the purpose the Waqf is created over there, we read it. Waqf created by the purpose, created by the outcome, created by the for the sake of somebody else, like a usufruct. They can enjoy it. So depending upon that thing, the state council rather deal with such a thing. Next points we could come to it to give you directions in the administration of the Waqf and to study the schemes for the management of the Waqf. Even the directions are in the management also they would give the suggestions. To appoint and remove the mutawallis has also scrutinized the approval, the budget submitted with the mutawallis. So if an appointment is made by the Waqfnama, yes, he will also be subject to the, of course, whether he is fit or not, he will, again it will be endorsed by the court also. To take a necessary measures for the recovery of the Waqf property, this is one of the condition, property recovery, it can be made like a civil court. Authorized to institute and defend suits in relation to the Waqf property. Yes, one can sue and can be sued, either in the name of him or in the name of the board. So now, to administer the Waqf fund, yes, whatever the Waqf fund is there, it should be transparent, and where it is used, that is a very much important factor. Power to inspect and investigate the Waqf properties, accounts, records, and documents. Yes, they do have the every power to inspect the documents and see that whether it is properly placed or not, and try to carry out all the necessary activities in relation to the maintenance, administration, and control of the Waqf properties. So these are the things which I want to make it out in this class. And the tomorrow class we will see the financing of the State Waqf Board. So generally either a short question or long question we can expect from the
Waqf board.
Waqf Act. Waqf Act of Waqf Act of 1995. I have shown you, but still he did not make it out. Huh? Is it clear?
Yes,
Say
sir.
yes.
Yes.
Okay. Unless until I say there is no clause, presumption is
Class is there.
class is there. Huh? See, whenever there is no class, and if you want to hear my lecture tomorrow, you can hear. If you are provided, you are free. But for hearing, you have to register it, and I have sent the register link also. It is left to you. Okay. No compulsion, no duress. If you are free enough, you can. If you are not free, tata, bye bye. Because they definitely, I think, they record it and they will send to us. At that time, you can enjoy it. But anyway, let me stop now my thing, and bye. Have a good day, and tomorrow we'll meet. Yes, end of the meeting. End of the meeting.